Hello, my name is Yusuf Faris. Now I will talk about sustainability. What is corporate sustainability? Sustainability requires organizations to consider the interrelated impacts of their activities on the economy, the environment, and society. It involves generating profit in such ways that can minimize damage to the economy, the environment, and the community. It also includes undertaking action that can lead to improvement of the performance across the economy, the environment, and the community. It is also based on the concept of sustainable development, which means development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Next, there are three core elements of sustainability. First one is concern with the future and with the ability to maintain certain values, assets, or capabilities over the long term. Second one is involve decisions that address the interaction between environmental, social, and economic domains. And thirdly, it requires choices that take account of equity within society and across generations. Now, we are moving on the benefits of corporate sustainability. There are a few benefits that can be obtained from corporate sustainability. The first one is improve business profitability. It can be achieved through the cost reduction that may result from introducing more efficient workflows and process redesign, and also to the increase in revenue that comes from the creation of market for new products. The second benefit is it can maintain corporate reputation. When the organization can achieve positive economic outcome, protecting the environment and also developing the communities, it can create and maintain a good image of the organization as we are committed to become more sustainable and more responsible. Lastly, corporate sustainability can sustain the environment by taking care of the environmental issues such as reduce waste and save electricity by the organization, so they can preserve the environment for the next generation.
Assalamualaikum, I am Nur Izzati and I will continue this presentation with Sustainability Report. Okay, what is Sustainability Report? So, sustainability reporting enables organizations to report on environmental and social performance. It is not just report generation from collected data. Instead, it is a method to internalize and improve an organization's commitments to sustainable development in a way that can be demonstrated to both internal and external stakeholders. Sustainability reports help companies grow consumer confidence and improve corporate reputation through social responsibility programs and transparent risk management. Through sustainability reporting, companies communicate their performance and impact on a wide range of sustainability topics, spanning environmental, social, and governance parameters. It enables companies to be more transparent about the risks and opportunities they face, giving stakeholders greater insight into performance beyond the bottom line. The next part is the principle used in sustainability reporting. The first one is transparency and reliability. This is considered the core principle in ESG reporting, and it is aimed at ensuring the information in the presented reports is correct and reliable. Next one is balance and neutrality. This principle is used to ensure that you do not report on one side only. If adopting sustainability reporting causes challenges and extra costs, make sure to include them in the report. Third is consistency and comparability. Most of stakeholders who read your report on sustainability want to be able to make decisions about working with you. This is why your report should be consistent for them to easily check the results, compare, and draw their conclusions. And the last one is materiality. This is another important principle aimed at ensuring people focus on areas that have significant social, environmental, and governance impacts. The last part related to sustainability reporting is the benefits. The first one is demonstrating credibility. which is being transparent about all the environmental, economic, and social impacts of your business activities is the key to reassuring others that you are serious about the sustainability. Secondly is boosting employees' morale. Reporting allows business to use solid data to report back internally on the progress. This helps build employees' pride, morale, and actions, as they know their efforts are making a tangible difference. And the last one is increased efficiency and waste reduction. Sustainability reporting helps make organizations' decision-making process more efficient and, in turn, enables them to reduce risk across their supply chain. This process reduces waste, yielding significant cost savings. Then we continue with the next subtopic, which is Global Reporting Initiative Framework, GRI. Okay, GRI is the independent international organization that helps business and other organizations take responsibility for their impact by providing them with a global common language to communicate those impacts. The GRI standards enable any organization to understand and report on their impacts on the economy, environmental, and people in the comparable and credible way, thereby increasing transparency on their contribution to sustainable development. The goal of GRI was to create an accountability mechanism that would ensure companies adhere to responsible environmental conduct. GRI is now the most widely used sustainability reporting framework. There are 4 key elements in the framework. The first one is sustainability reporting guidelines, which are the cornerstone of the framework. This consists of principles for defining report, content, and ensuring the quality of reported information. Second is indicator protocols that exist for each of the performance indicators contained in the guidelines. These protocols provide definitions, compilation guidance, and other information to assist report writers and to ensure consistency in the interpretation of the performance indicators. The next one is sector supplement complement in the guidelines with interpretation and guidance on how to apply them in a given sector and include sector-specific performance indicators. Applicable sector supplements should be used in addition to rather than in place of the guidelines. And last but not least, technical protocols are created to provide guidance on issues in reporting, such as setting the report boundary. They are designed to be used in conjunction with the guidelines and sector supplements and cover issues that face most organizations during the reporting process.
Thank you, Izzati. Before that, my name is Nur Izawani. So now, I will present the next part, which is the International Integrated Reporting, or known as the IIR framework. IIR framework is a new framework that addresses sustainability. This was released in December 2013 by London-based International Integrated Reporting Council. The IIR framework is also supported by a range of global stakeholders, including major companies, banks, public sector organizations, and professional accounting bodies. Integrated report is a concise communication about how an organization's strategy, governance, performance, and prospect in the context of its external environment, which lead to the creation of value in the short, medium, and long term. And the primary purpose of this report is to explain how an organization creates value over time. And under value creation, it is defined in terms of 6 kinds of capital, which are financial capital, manufacturing capital, intellectual capital, human capital, social and relationship capital, and lastly, natural capital. Financial capital is the funds available to produce goods or services obtained through financing or generated through operations or investment. For manufacturing capital, it is a physical objects available for use in the production of goods and services such as building and equipment. Intellectual capital, which includes intellectual property such as patents and license, and organizational capital such as knowledge, system, and also procedures. For human capital, it's about employees' competence and also experience, while for social and relationship, capital is the institution and the relationship within and between communities, group of stakeholders, and other networks. and the ability to share information and enhance individual and collective well-being. Lastly, for natural capital, it's all renewable and non-renewable environmental resources and processes that provide goods or services that support the past, current or future prosperity of an organization. It includes air, water, land, mineral, forest, biodiversity, and also ecosystem health. Sustainability reporting can have four major benefits to any organization. The first one is it can help in identifying environmental and social changes that impact on the organization and its stakeholder. The second, it can help develop a strategy to manage risks and opportunities. Third, it helps in creating innovative new products and services. And fourth, it helps engage in action to grow their market share. The value of sustainability reporting is that it ensures organizations consider their impacts on sustainability issues and enable them to be transparent about the risks and opportunities they face. In today's world, it is not good enough to simply make claims about your level of sustainability. Now, organizations need to provide tangible, credible demonstration of their level of sustainability by following a proper guidelines for sustainability reporting. This way, organizations build trust among customers and all stakeholders, which in turn directly impact the bottom lines. As per the business principles, you can't manage what you can measure. So, transparency is a currency that builds a trust, which builds a business.
Hi, my name is Azran. So now I will explain the effect of sustainability management accounting to the stakeholders. First of all, management of the company can reduce the litigation potential. This can be an assurance to the company since they tend to comply with all the environmental regulation, which also can protect the natural resources that are used by other stakeholders. Besides that, sustainability management accounting also consider the future economic development that bring benefit to both businesses and the quality of users' life. The second one is the company's sales and profit can increase rapidly. This situation can happen when the company fulfills the customer desire, as the majority of them have a desire to consume only green product. Green product here is indicate to the product that do not harm the nature, such as air and water pollution. So, the last impact of sustainability management to the stakeholders can be seen when there is an improvement in the company's corporate social responsibilities. As in past year, many corporations only focus on profit to fulfill shareholder and investors' wealth only. By implementing sustainability management accounting, the quality of society's life and nature gradually improve. So as stakeholders' roles in sustainability are growing, company can realize that they can get enough profit while do not damage the nature.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aliff Shahbirin, and right now I will explain our study on the sustainability at the Sime Darby Plantation and also Tenaga Nasional Berhad (TNB). So for the sustainability at the Sime Darby Plantation, based on their sustainability report of 2019, which is their first sustainability report after demerging with the Sime Darby Berhad in 2017. This report has focused on deforestation, climate change, and human rights and decent works. So, firstly is deforestation. Sime Darby Plantation is concerned and working toward no deforestation for its industry. To halting deforestation, they are now increasing focus on driving supply chain traceability by improving the traceability of the oils in the supply that are sourced beyond their productions. After that, Sime Darby Plantation also focus on managing land and biodiversity ecosystem by practicing no clearing on primary or natural forests and also high conservative value areas. Next, Sime Darby Plantation also implementing the high carbon stock approach, which it will estimate the amount of carbon and biodiversity within a particular area of land to identify the areas that need protection. After that, for managing peatland, Sime Darby Plantation committed to no new planting on peat since 2014. To ensure that existing plantation on peat conduct drainability assessment at least 5 years. So now we move on to the climate change. So recent global studies show that consistently rising in greenhouse gas emission and the rapid advance of climate change. So there are a few efforts of Sime Darby Plantation to reduce or minimize their environmental impact. So firstly is carbon performance. Darby Plantation use baseline carbon inventory with a focus on measuring their operational emission to ensure their carbon inventory is reflective on the palm oil and also the rubber operations. Next, for the energy management, Darby Plantation use renewable energy such as biomass, which is from palm kernel shell and fiber. After that, Darby Plantation managing emission and pollution by installing additional pollution control system at all their 33 mills. Then, for the fire and haze management, Darby Plantation monitoring and managing fire and haze issue through its hotspot alert dashboard to support their zero burning policy. Lastly, for the community-based fire prevention, Darby Plantation focus on educating communities and creating awareness of sustainable farming practice by changing their methods for land clearing without using the slash and burn technique. So now for the human rights and decent works, Darby Plantation is committed to eradicating exploitation and supporting decent works and economic growth by providing fair and decent work as a fundamental right. So to protect human rights, Darby Plantation established the Human Rights Task Force to strengthen the management and governance of their action to uphold human rights. Next, for the responsible recruitment, Darby Plantation will ensure the transparent working terms, do not charge recruitment fees, and do not retain personal documents. For the fair wages, Darby Plantation will ensure that all workers are paid with the minimum statutory wages. After that, Darby Plantation also provide a safe and healthy workplace by implementing on-site training and ensuring all workers have basic first aid knowledge. Darby Plantation also enhancing the workers' voice by establish the workers' helpline that is designed to be accessible. Lastly, Darby Plantation also try to reduce the gender inequality by establish the gender committees, where women are provided a platform to develop and participate in enhancing their safety, health, education and skills. Now, I will explain the sustainability at Tenaga Nasional Berhad or TNB. Based on TNB Sustainability Report of 2020, this report has focused on stakeholder engagement, material sustainability, linking performance to global agenda and also global pandemic. So, for the stakeholder engagement, TNB are dedicated to build strong relationship with the key stakeholder groups and committed to having regular and proactive engagement with stakeholders. So, this will help to further keep their focus on key sustainability matters. Firstly, for customers, TNB have rolling out products and services that utilize innovative technology and promote energy efficiency among customers. For the government, TNB have made collaboration with the government to achieve the objective of the industry and contributing to the socio-economic, skills and education development of the wider community. For the investors, TNB have communicated strategies on the renewable asset expansion and also payment of attractive dividend in a timely manner. Next, for the employee, TNB have provide capability development and career progression opportunities, and also conduct the impactful employee engagement that promote high employee satisfaction. After that, for the trade union, TNB fostering open communication and strong relationship with the employee and safeguarding the employee's interests and needs. Next, for the vendors, TNB have provide fair and transparent procurement process and also supporting the local suppliers ecosystem. Then, for the communities, TNB have contributed to the upliftment of society through business and corporate social responsibility initiative and also connecting underserved areas. Lastly, for the NGO and association, TNB advocating solution to be utilized among the society as well as the customers in environmental, social and government aspects. So now we will move on to the material sustainability. TNB material sustainability matters reflect the key environmental, social, governance and economic topics that is significantly affect the business and also the stakeholders. For the environmental, TNB support the transition to a low carbon economy and also will minimize the environmental impact. For the social, TNB will foster a favorable working environment that boosts employee morale and development. TNB also enrich the life of communities by driving socio-economic upliftment. Then, for the governance, TNB will reinforce the ethical and safe business culture And lastly, for the economic, TMB will provide reliable and efficient energy to customers and supply electricity domestically and internationally. So now we move on to the linking performance to global agenda. So TMB largest impact are focused on 4 UN SDGs, which mean United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which are aligned to their strategic directions. So the first goal is SDG 7, which is affordable and clean energy. This goal prioritizes energy efficiency, clean energy technology and related infrastructure. The next goal is SDG 8, which is decent work and economic growth. This goal promotes sustainable business performance and create employment opportunities. The next goal is SDG 13, which is climate action. This goal will support Malaysia's commitment to the Paris Agreement and seek to mitigate GHG, which is greenhouse gas emissions and environmental impacts, as well as adapt to climate risks. Then, for the last goal is SDG 17, which is partnership for the goals. For this goal, TMB form partnership with key stakeholders with the objective to meet future industry demands and contribute positively to the environment and the community. Lastly, for the global pandemic, TMB has the responsibility of powering the nation and ensuring that its critical infrastructure remain running and functioning even in a global pandemic. So, there are 3 responses of TMB toward the COVID-19 pandemic. So, firstly, stimulating business and economy, which TMB focus on these 6 game changers. So, the 6 game changers is catalyzing the economy through grid of the future, then building a global solar manufacturing hub for Malaysia, then rising national competitiveness through energy efficiency, then making Malaysia the electric vehicle hub for ASEAN, then advancing connectivity for our digital economy, and lastly, reskilling Malaysia by embracing the future of work. So, the next response is TMB providing support to customers and communities by keeping the lights on during the pandemic and providing critical financial aid including zakat contribution and in-kind donation. Then, the last response of TMB towards the COVID-19 pandemic is safeguarding employees. Firstly is strategic action where TMB implement the work from home initiative to safely and remotely continue their operation, and most training programs were conducted online. Next, TMB also communicating with the employees by doing frequent communication to all employees on COVID-19 information and also the safety measures. So, lastly is the standard operating procedures or SOP. So, TMB has established and launched the Employee Safe Health Declaration Portal, which is a daily health check-in platform to monitor employees' well-being. So, that's all from us. If you guys have any question, don't forget to ask. So, goodbye.